Hello, I'm the Nerdy Steve, and welcome to my movie review channel. If you like what you see, I'd appreciate you liking, commenting, or subscribing. Today, I will be reviewing Christopher Landon's Drop in one take. So, let's go. Violet, played by Meghann Fahy, hasn't been on a date in a long time. She's been through some trauma that has kept her protective of her son and fearful of being vulnerable. But her beau, Henry, played by Brandon Sklenar, has been patient and kind for months. And so she decides it's time to do this and go on this date. But what initially seems to be a harmful prank turns to something much worse, as she finds herself in more outrageous and unbelievable circumstances. Drop is a ride, and it's a wild ride at that. And you have to agree with its premise so you can enjoy it, because there's a lot of logical leaps that you need to take to enjoy this film. Or rather, a lot of logical gaps that you need to just completely ignore. And that's fine. Not all movies exist in the same level of realism, and this film is definitely outside of our real world level of realism. Now, I'll be honest, even with accepting as much as I could, there were still some wild turns or things that were a little too hard for me to accept. I was having a lot of fun with the movie, but even then I was thinking at times, you're taking too much advantage of what I'm giving you. That being said, maybe that won't be a problem for you. Maybe you're more lenient than me. Or less. I don't know. But this is probably the largest obstacle with the movie that you need to overcome to enjoy. There were a couple of moments towards the end of the film where I just groaned instead of laughed. Wes Craven's Red Eye has a similar trajectory to Drop. It's a movie where Rachel McAdams finds herself tied up in an assassination plot involving Cillian Murphy on a plane trip to Miami. Now, I haven't seen the movie in probably about 20 years, so I'm going to be missing a few details here. But Red Eye is another film where you kind of need to accept the ride you're on to enjoy. It's a thriller that gets bigger and bigger and bigger when you don't think it could. Unlike Drop, though, its ride seems to be much more self contained in the reality of the film. It's absurd, but makes sense in its world. What I love about Drop the most is its premise. As the couple try to decipher the clues and figure out what's going on, you're in on it too. And I wish the movie played up on this part of the film a little more. The whodunit aspect that is so integral to the beginning couple of scenes kind of gets forgotten, which is unfortunate because the film deals with it in such a cool and unique way. But eventually, instead of trying to figure out who it is, it becomes about what Violet will or won't do. The movie doesn't become bad, but this genre change definitely feels like a step down and isn't as fun. Christopher Landon also directed Happy Death Day, a film I absolutely loved. It's a fun horror thriller comedy about a woman who is caught in a time loop and has to find out who's killing her. It features a lot of the traits as Drop does, a premise that you kind of just have to accept to work, and some logical leaps that you need to disregard. But Happy Death Day is more consistent in its genre focus, and that's what I enjoyed about it the most. It was heightened horror. Drop kind of loses its own footing at times. It always finds it, mind you, but it does stumble a bit, especially in the last act. I have nothing but good things to say about the performances from our two leads. I really loved their chemistry and believed everything they were going through. And the set design and special effects were pretty intricate and incredible. What this movie does to show Violet's texts in real time might be some of my favorite ways of doing so I've seen in a very long time. Overall, I really enjoyed Drop, though it might not seem like it. If you like a nice, fun ride or Landon's previous work, I think you'll enjoy this film. I'm the Nerdy Steve, and thank you so much for watching. And as always, like and subscribe and comment below to tell me how right or wrong you think I am. Have a wonderful morning, evening, or afternoon, wherever you are. Bye.